This is part 3 of the Great Upstairs Remodel, starting on the office. At the end of the project, it will be my husband's home office, but in the meantime, it's going to be our flex room, where we will sleep as our other rooms are worked on. So first I'm pulling off the trim, and I'm slicing the top, the caulking with a box cutter, and then using a trim puller tool, which I highly recommend having in your set, to pull safely the trim off the wall. Then I'm cutting the carpet again into reasonable chunks, same with the padding, rolling them up, popping them in my car to be able to take to the dump. As with any of the other carpet projects, you have to pull up all the tack strips and all the staples to get a nice clean floor that's nice and smooth. So I'm working on that now using a pry bar and my little tiny staple tool, also an invaluable tool that I highly recommend you add to your repertoire. For the colors for this room, and actually it'll be the same for the primary room, we are using a sage green, a lighter version in the closet, and then a darker version on the walls. I really like this color, and it feels very tranquil and looks really clean. Should last a nice long time as well. We're using the Sherwin-Williams HGTV line, which is a very durable paint, but also goes on in almost one coat. I do very minimal touch-ups after this first coat, which is really nice. You'll notice too that I'm not actually taping off anything. One, because we have the baseboards off and the subfloor is exposed. I don't need to tape off along the bottom or put down any tarps. But even around like the windows and the door, I'm just using a cutting in technique that allows me to get really clean lines without actually needing to tape. So what I do is I take a 2-inch angled brush, I wipe off the paint on the side that's going to be up against or near the part that I don't want to have painted. Again, I say near because you're not actually going to touch like the door frame, but you want less paint on that side, more paint on the wall side. And then when you go at an angle, you're able to draw pretty much a nice clean line as you're kind of pulling the paint along that edge. I also do take off all the face plates from the outlets and the light switches so I can paint underneath where that would be, and then when the faceplate goes back on, it's really clean. So check back soon as I put in the flooring and move on to the next step, including a fun accent wall.